Okay, so let's look at the problem. I'm trying to turn on the draw feature here. Okay, so we have 3 times the square root of x minus 4 plus 2, and I apologize for my bad handwriting when trying to write with the mouse. Okay, so first thing we want to do is get this radical right here by itself. So let's move the 2 that's here. And we will have 3 square root of x minus 4 equals x minus 2. All right, now, it's not entirely by itself. It has a 3 multiplied times the front, but we'll find that it's a little easier to just leave that 3 there than to divide it out, mainly because then we'll be dealing with fractions, and it's better if we don't deal with fractions. So, at this point, we'll consider that to be by itself on the left-hand side. We're going to square both sides. So I'm going to square this side. And I'm going to square this side. All right, now on this left side, since that 3 is not under the radical, we do have to square it, so it's going to become a 9. On the other hand, because all of this is under the radical and we're squaring it, essentially the square root and the square cancel each other out, and we just get the x minus 4. So the x minus 4 is still left here. Now be careful on the right-hand side. This is not x squared plus 4 when we square it. We have to remember that when we FOIL out x minus 2 times x minus 2, there's some middle terms in there. So I recommend that you always write these out so you don't make a mistake in multiplying out that right side. All right, so I'm going to multiply everything now. So I've got 9x minus 36 over here. And then on this side, x times x will be x squared. X times minus 2 will be minus 2x. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. And minus 2 times minus 2 is positive 4. All right, now we notice this is quadratic because we have an x squared. So let's get everything over to one side. We'll add our like terms and we'll see if we can factor it. And these should factor if we've done everything correctly. So I'm going to move the 9x and the negative 36 over to the right. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite everything that's already on the right. But when I move the 9x, it'll be a negative 9x. And when I move the negative 36, it'll be a positive 36. And now let's add the like terms and see if we can factor this thing. So I have x squared, negative 2x and negative 2x is negative 4x, and negative 9x is negative 13x. And then 4 and 36 will be 40. Okay, now this does factor. I do see it. Let's think of factors of 40 that will add to negative 13. And really, we're going to have negative factors in order to get a negative 13. And you might think immediately of 4 and 10 as factors of 40. Or the next one you might think of is 5 and 8. And if we look at those, we could keep listing factors, but immediately we see that this one right here adds to negative 13, which gives us the middle. So that is the proper set of factors. So let's list our factors as x minus 5 and x minus 8. And now let's set both of those factors to 0. And if we move the 5 here, we will get x is 5. And if we move the 8 across here, we'll get that x is 8. Now we do have to check these because one of them could be, or really both of them could be an extraneous solution, meaning that it doesn't work back in the original equation. So I'm going to write the original equation out here. And then I'll plug the 5 in first, and we'll see if that works, and then we'll plug the 8 in, and we'll see if that works. And let's see, that was an x on the right originally. All right, so let's put 5 in for the x's and see if this works out to be correct. So if I put 5 here, and also 5 in over here, this is going to be really the square root of 1, which is 1. So this is 3 times 1 plus 2 equals 5. That's certainly true. So this one's okay. Let's check the 8 in the same fashion. So I'll do 3 times square root of 8 minus 4 plus 2 equal 8. And let's see, this is going to be 3 times the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. And we get very fortunate with this one because both of these happen to work. Always check though, because if one of them doesn't work, you have to cross it out and not list it as a solution. So there we have it. And hopefully that will help you. All right.